Hello, my name is Nur Rajia binti Azman, H2280342. The title of our research proposal is The Influence of K-Wave on Finance, Lifestyle and Education Among Students. The research objective is to exploring the influence of K-Wave on students' finance, to examine the influence of K-Wave on lifestyle among students, and to investigate the influence of K-Wave on education performance among students.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Nurida binti Ghazali. My metric number is H2280379. I would like to present about methodology in this research. Methodology refers to systematic analysis including all instruction guideline, protocol and standard systematic planning, implementation and interpretation of research project. Besides, the methodology involving the selection of user-specific research instruments, strategies and methodologies which complete the research objectives and enable systematic and organized data collection and processing. In this chapter, it covers research design, population, sample size, sample method, data collection procedure, research instrument, data analysis, and various conclusions disclose the design of the study. There are two types of research design, which is qualitative and quantitative. Qualitative research is expressed in words and used to understand a conceptual or experience. In addition, this type of research also allows collectors to gain in-depth insight into the topic, which is not well understood through interview and focus group technique. While the quantitative method in this study uses graph to express data, it is also used for verify or test hypothesis and assumption. In addition, this type of research can be used for establish general fact about a topic. This quantitative method was chosen to study the influence of the K-wave on finance, lifestyle, and education among students. Quantitative research is often used to test hypotheses, identify patterns, and make predictions.
Hello, my name is Nurizati Izli binti Azali, nama matric H2280233. The population among students refer to the Ministry of Education, which is Statistic of School and Higher Education 2020. Primary school is 2741837, including male and female students. Secondary school is 2037433, including male and female students. Total all students from both school is 4987401. For higher education students, have four types of university. First, public universities is 177710, including male and female students. Second, private universities is 165158, including male and female students. Third, polytechnic is 23743, including male and female students. Fourth, community college is 5399, including male and female students. Total for both educational students is 5151280. Sample size. Sample size explains how the obtained data is anticipated to yield useful information considering the researcher's inferential objective. Sample size is 384 respondents based on 5151280 students for 2020. This is our target population for these studies.
Hello everyone, my name is Nurul Nada binti Razak. My matric number H2280682. I will continue my part, which is data collection procedure. The first is primary data. A primary data source is an original source of data, meaning that the information in it was collected by the researcher specifically for that project or objective. Primary data can be gathered in a variety of methods. The most widely used technique are experiments, field observations, interviews, and self-administered surveys. The next is secondary data. Any data that analyzed to address a research issue other than one or more than the data were originally gathered might be considered secondary data. Compared to researchers working in smaller contexts, researchers at large universities are frequently able to ask more questions and gather considerably larger samples, such as solo or small group researchers.
Research instruments is the tool that used to gather data. In this study, we gather the information through a set of questionnaires and existing data. There are two sections in our questionnaire that the respondent need to complete. Section A is demographic profile of respondents such as gender, age, religion, and races. Section B is question related to our independent variables.
My name is Chasharos and my number metric is H2280428. Now I will present the data analysis. In data analysis, they have descriptive, statistic, reliability tests, and person correlation. First of all, data analysis process will proceed with the step in order: data collecting, data cleaning, data interpretation, data analysis tool use, and finally data visualization. Secondary data and primary data are the two types of data that can be utilized in research procedure. Primary data description will always be appropriate for the researcher needs, and secondary data is information that has already been obtained from other sources. Next is descriptive statistics. In this analysis, the researcher make use of descriptive statistics to illustrate the excision and prevalence characteristic of the data. Descriptive statistics are useful in the display of data. Studying the specific data set is made easier by its ability to present data in a relevant and understandable manner. We will use descriptive analysis to characterize the demographic profile, which include the percentage, frequency, mean, and average of respondents. Next, I represent reliability tests. The four types of reliability testing are internal, consistency test returns, prior form, and iterator. Iterator testing occurs when an independent demographic sample is given the test. Test returns condition occur when an identical test is given to the same set of people more than once. To make sure the results are equal, prior form will also be run and several checks will be made. Finally, because its tests are different, internal consistency is essential to guarantee accurate result. Last one is Pearson correlation. The researcher will employ Pearson correlation analysis in order to validate the investigation finding in an efficient manner. This is a case because the Pearson correlation analysis is a basic analysis that looks at the strength of the linear relationship between the independent variables and the dependent variables. The purpose of this research is to determine whether there are any correlation between the independent variables, which are specific details about the behavior and attributes of university students, and the dependent variables, which is the influence of government among Malaysia's university. Researcher needs to determine the degree of relationship between the independent and dependent variables if a connection is discovered.
The significance of the study. The study was done to examine the extent of the influence of K-wave among students. We acknowledge that there are both negatives and positive influence of K-wave towards students' finance, lifestyle, and education performance. Clearly, this study is motivated by the need to identify how was K-wave influenced students in Malaysia, since there is a large number of the fans or the viewer over K-wave, including Korean dramas, skincare, trends, K-pop idols, and entertainment. What are the positive influence of K-wave? What are the negative influence of K-wave? There are many needs to investigate the influence of K-wave in order to know either there are required measures to address the influence or to encourage. Therefore, this study will contribute the influence of K-wave on students' finance, lifestyle, and education to benefit new researcher, readers, or reference to the education institutes.